Coming off the Michigan State game, how do you feel like you guys need to get better?
Well, we need to get better in a lot of ways, but I tell you what, we've got a bunch of guys that are working their tails off, and these guys practice hard, and they deserve the reward of winning here, and something's going to turn for these guys soon. We're getting better every single day out here on the practice field. As hard as these guys work today, it's a good group of men, and there's a lot of people here that are working their tail off to get this right, and it's going to turn soon.
What did Brandon Cottom do to put himself in a position to get the playing time he did against the Spartans, and did you like what you saw from him?
Well, sure. I mean, he's a big guy who kind of brings his own blocker sometimes, and we haven't been moving the pile much. If our line had blocked for 3 yards, we got 3 yards, and he kind of turned 3 into 5, 5 into 7, and he could move the pile a little bit. And so something he brings to the table. He has to work really hard to keep himself healthy, and take care of his body.
Relatively speaking, the rushing game was a little bit better against the Spartans. They're a pretty good rush defense, but was it him, along with some other things that you did, that you felt like you were able to generate a few more yards on the ground? And if so, what were those things?
Well, relatively speaking, ain't saying a whole lot. We got to put together a lot on the ground, and we haven't done it yet. And he was a little bit better. The line was a little bit better. It was a good defense, but this is a great defense we're playing this week too. And you're never going to be successful running the ball unless you rip off a few 20, 30 yarders within a game, and we got to get some of those.
What kind of improvements have you seen from Danny, both in games and in practices now? Are you starting to see, the game experience translate to his game? To his overall abilities?
Well, he's a guy that rarely makes the same mistake twice, and he's a guy that works. He is as hard of a working player as there is in the country, and he sets the tempo for this whole group. People look at him, and that's the tempo. And as he gets better, we're going to keep getting better, and every single day, every single rep he takes, it ain't perfect, and he'll be the first one to tell you that, but he's getting better and better, and there's a lot of freshmen around him as well, that are playing in the O-line, in the backfield, and at the wideouts. And together, it's not just Danny. Together, those guys are working so unbelievably hard. And just today's practice, for instance, as hard as these guys practice, it's going to turn for them. Their stinger is sharp. It's real sharp, and it's going to turn for them.
The way it seems, one more. Just the way it seems like some of these young guys are really just eager to learn and really kind of eager to look through the film and get better.
Oh, there's no doubt. Posey's a freshman. He's getting better. D'Angelo's a freshman. He's getting better. Monteroso's getting better. All these guys. Dawkins is getting better. A lot of these young freshmen, of course, Danny, they work hard. They work together. They're busting their tail, and the older guys do too. I say older guys. Kugler's a sophomore, but he sets the tempo in that O-line room. Those guys are working hard. I think Cincy's really putting in the time and effort. They're practicing really well, and I want, just like everybody wants, those rewards to be seen out on the field. But these guys are practicing really hard and getting better and better and better, and it's going to turn.
What kind of challenges does Ohio State present?
Well, they're really good. They're really good everywhere. They're really talented. They have really good schemes. They're good tacklers. They know how to fit runs. It's no accident that these guys have won as many games in a row as they have. And it's the type of team where their offense scores a lot of points too. So when you look at it as an offensive coach, it's not the type of game where you can try to shorten it and play close to the vest sometimes. But having said that, they've got some good schemes and some great players. They really do. And those guys play hard and are coached hard. But we're really focusing as much as we can on us and trying to make every play work and stay in the now. And we'll see where it is when we add it up at the end of the game.